Russell and Dave Brown right along ringside. By golly, we are just sitting ready and waiting for the action to get underway. David.
Opening match today. We're going to have a six-man tag team match in here. And on one side of the ring, you will have Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes, and Bugsy McGraw.
Is that big, huh?
That is a big team in what should be a big opening match today. Then, a little bit later on, tag team action. Rick Rude will be teamed with Jim Neidhart, the big former football player. Then it'll be the King, Jerry Lawler, teamed with the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Humongous will be here on Championship Wrestling today. And eight-man tag team action coming up. Jimmy Hart's Fabulous Ones and the PYT Express, all on the same side of the ring in that one.
Kelly, I just can't believe that when we put those first three in there. I don't know whether we're going to have a ring left to go ahead with the entire show. Okay. We're going to take time out. We want to see Bugsy McGraw, Dirty Rhodes, and Harley Davidson on one side of the ring. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we're just about ready to get going here with Championship Wrestling. The action should be most interesting. We've got one side. I'll tell you, if you just went by pure weight, Dave, don't even ring the bell. just give it to Rhodes, Davidson, and Bugsy McGraw. What a colorful team. Let's have the official announcement.
All right, six-man tag action. Introducing at a total weight of 686 pounds over here on the left side of your screen. From Jackson, Tennessee, Rooster Cogburn. From parts unknown, the A-Team #1. And from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Robertson. And going against him at a total of 859 pounds. 859 pounds, right. From Austin, Texas, Dirty Rhodes. From everywhere, Harley Davidson. And from Florida, Bugsy McGraw.
Yeah, and it looks like the Bugs is starting out against the A-Team member, and the bell sends him off and running. And Bugsy kind of coming in for a landing. He had his wings out, and he was gliding into the A-Team member. And that's the biggest of the group on this side of the ring, Dave.
Yes, and he's flying and landing hard.
Rooster Cogburn, he's about the size of Harley's thigh. Harley Davidson tying it up with Rooster. But not for long. Boy, he fired him back so fast you saw it. He did a flip completely all the way over the back. Referee Jerry Calhoun watches the big slam, and there's a tag on Dirty Rhodes. Keith Robinson tying it up with Dirty. Uh-oh, top rope broke. Oh, boy, and the thing I hate about that can kill your back, too. Ooh. He went down, Dirty on top of him. Could be a pin. Nope, he picks him up. Tags Harley Davidson. We have a top rope that's out of commission. Harley back in with Rooster.
Give you an idea of some of the power, some of the weight there. There's down to 3.
Good.
Looks like that bolt just snapped that was holding that top rope in.
We'll give him an opportunity. We got some tapes that I'd like to show. We'll give him an opportunity to get that fixed in there. As no surprise, it was the team of Davidson, Rhodes, and Bugsy McGraw that came out victorious. And how long, Dave?
Time was 1:35.
1:35. Okay. You want to see Harley and Dirty Rhodes in action against a pretty rugged team. Take a look at this as they win against PYT.
Beautiful move by Dirty Rhodes. Picks him up high. Holds him up. Slams him.
from the corner. And now the referee coming in to get Stagger out of there. Stagger and Norvell take a couple of shots from the Texan. Whoa! Norvell got him with powder right in the eyes. I guess he got it from Hart. I didn't even see it. Neither did the referee. Dirty's down, but there's no count. Harley Davidson comes in. The referee trying to get him out of there. Jimmy Hart up in the corner to holler at the referee. Dirty getting back for that powder. And Stagger slammed him with that cane, I guess. I see it broken. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there was so much going on that it was very difficult to keep up with everything that happened. And obviously, you can see it here. He did, in fact, take the cane and bang. And if that's the way you want to get a win, well, of course, people say any win's a good win, but I don't know. We're going to take time out. We got a lot of action lined up for you today. Be right back.
The super team. You know what? Harley Davidson, what a big sissy. I don't even think he can even ride a motorcycle. You know, he plays a song, Born to be Wild, when he comes to the ring. The first line says, head out on the highway. And when these guys get through with you, baby, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Heading out on the highway. Look at this jacket. The colors, baby. The demons. Look at this, baby.
First time we're going to have a boot match, a big motorcycle boot match, boot up on a 10-foot pole. He can reach up and grab it.
I tell you what, Harley Davidson and Dirty Roads, good luck to y'all boys Monday night, because you sure gonna need it, because it's gonna be a motorcycle boot, and I know everything about biking. Check my colors out, baby. The baddest gang in East Tennessee, we're called the Demons, and we're gonna show y'all Monday night what the Demons is all about, baby. We're gonna dig, and we're gonna scratch it, and we're gonna grind, and we're gonna get down, baby, and when it's all over, we're gonna raise on.
Well, like you say, Dave talks cheap when the big men come in here.
That's right, Lance. Talk is cheap, Daddy. Let me tell you something. They call themselves the PYT. That ain't no pretty young things, baby. That's pure yellow turkeys. That's all y'all are. Pure yellow turkeys. I heard you over Austin out there saying we know his colors, Jack. You're right. Baby, we got a little lizard in Texas that's black and got yellow stripes all down it, and he just runs across the road. He don't never know where it's going. Well, Jack, you're the same way, you boys. You don't never know which way you're going. But I know one thing. Monday night, I know where that man's going. I know what he's going to have in his hand, Jack. Tell him, Harley. He ain't going to need no help to get up there either, baby. Jimmy Hart, let me tell you what I'm going to do with this, brother. I'm going to put this down them little cheap drugstore teeth you got there, Daddy. And you're going to take it out, baby. 13 and a half, baby. Count them.
Oh, I want to see it. PYT going against Harley and Dirty Roads in there. It's going to be a dandy.
I'm going to say one more thing, Lance Russell. While he's chewing on that one that Harley shoved up his throat, brother, I'm going to put this right where the sun don't shine, Jimmy Hart, baby.
Oh, just checking over the matches lined up today. We got lots of action in here. This is not what I was talking about, but it's pretty difficult to run through a day without having Mr. James Hart, president of the First Family.
You know what? I feel great. You know what? A good pep talk last week. It looks like it did a little bit of good, didn't it, Lancer, baby?
Yeah.
But you know what? My man Ox is just a little bit down. He's got something he wants to talk about right now. Tell him, big man.
You know, Jimmy called me from South Africa, and I actually had a lot of plans for this summer in other areas. But he said, I want you to beat up on this here Jimmy Lauer, right? So I come here to try to beat this man up and destroy him, and I find out the humongous embarrassed him. I can't believe how bad he embarrassed this Jerry Lauer. Mr. Neidhart here has beat him up. There's not much of Lauer left for me. I mean, it's just sort of embarrassing for me to come all this distance to beat somebody up, and he looks like he's like passé. He's faded out of the picture.
But you know, count him out yet, Ox.
Well, all I can tell you, if there ever is a piece left after Jim gets through with him, and humongous Ox Baker will still be waiting around for you.
Okay.
Right, baby. But let me just say something else right now. You know, this man right here, Jim Neidhart, baby, is a breath of fresh air for the First Family. You know the match last week. It was great, baby. He left 6 of your top wrestling stars laying all over the ring. He humiliated them. He embarrassed all of them. And I just want to say, baby, from me to you, Oakland is #1, just like you are, big man. What a superstar in the future, baby. Woo!
You see this hat right here?
I see the Raiders.
Can you see that? Can you see that out there? This is the Oakland Raiders. The winningest football team of all time, the Oakland Raiders. Coach Flores, the head coach of the Oakland Raiders, said, Jim, come on over here. I want to talk to you. He said, Jim, I don't want you to ever worry about anybody's reputation on the football field, because it means nothing once you get out there and face them one-to-one, nose-to-nose. So, shut up! So I applied this strategy to chumps like Lawler, Mantell, Tommy Rich, and this little punk Gilbert. And you'll see what I'm talking about and how I applied Coach Flores' strategy in just a few moments.
Well, we're going to show the tape, and I want everybody to see.
Seeing is believing, baby. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Can y'all wake up upstairs and roll the tape, baby? Look at this. You won't believe this.
Fires him into the ropes. Eddie slipping by. Trying to get a sleeper. That's a big neck to try to wrap around. Awfully hard. Once you get it, though, you've got some pressure points to work on, but Rude comes in from behind, drops an elbow after he took the tag from Neidhart, and he takes over. Tag, Tommy Rich. Wildfire. Oh, what a bad break. The referee, with a distraction taking him away, did not see the tag on Tommy. They tied Tommy up into Eddie up into the ropes. Pardon me for calling Tommy. I've found myself doing that. Look at Eddie. He is rattled up. And here comes his brother, Doug, who's trying to get the ropes off as Rick Rude comes over. Dougie, the youngest member of the Wrestling Gilbert family, and Dougie, just a youngster, trying to get brother Eddie out of there. The referee knocked down, and the referee says ring the bell. It's going to be a disqualification, no question about that. 10 minutes, 22 seconds. The Fabs will retain the belt, but can Eddie breathe much longer with that rope wrapped around his neck? Dougie trying to get that those ropes undone, but he's twisted him. Neidhart slamming Tommy Rich. Disqualification on the Anvil and Rude. And again, Doug Gilbert up there trying to pull the ropes apart. The referee slapped down by Rick Rude. Rude back over to, somebody fired something in the ring at Rude. I know how they feel, but that's a sure invitation to trouble on their part. Gilbert is really tied in that rope. Doug trying to pull him apart. He's just no match for the way those ropes are twisted up. The referee down, Neidhart and Rude. I think we got a little help on the way from the way the crowd reacting. Here comes the Dutchman, and Rude nails him before he gets in the ring good. Neidhart slams Tommy Rich. Mantell was ripped by Rude as he tried to get in there. Here comes Rude back over to get on Gilbert. Neidhart with his foot on Tommy Rich's throat. Oh, boy. Referee trying to get Rude back, but Rude's already banged him several times and does again. Eddie being kicked by Jimmy Hart. Dutch being pounded by Rick Rude. Here comes some more help. Mad Dog, Robert Reed blitzes in there. Neidhart fires him into the ropes. And Eddie still held up in the ring by the ropes. Down goes the referee again. There's a pile put on Mad Dog, who came in there to help Gilbert and Rich out. The bout ended in 10-22 on a disqualification, but that doesn't do Eddie Gilbert one bit of good. Referee Jerry Calhoun over now trying to get the rope. Neidhart and Rude stuck his head down in there, and one of the spectators trying to help Eddie out. That's a nice, noble thought, but boy, stay away. Neidhart just missed taking his head off. Here comes Lawler. Lawler goes after Neidhart. They need to get Gilbert out of there as Rude comes around after pounding Dutch. Here comes Humongous. And he slams Lawler down, headbutts him with that mask. Gilbert still caught up in the ropes. Again, Humongous busts Lawler and his head split open. Dutch Mantell is bleeding. Rude trying to hold the ropes together, and successfully, as Gilbert. The only thing that's saving him is he's able to support part of the weight on the knee. Hart living up to his boast that the family has decided they're going to do anything to win. Here comes the Idol. He goes after Neidhart. Rich is down. Mantell is down. Lawler's bleeding. Humongous taking care of him. Here comes Macho Man Randy Savage with a ball bat. Slams Idol in the head. Desperate now, trying to work his way up. His brother helping him as he gets out of it, but Neidhart puts him halfway back in it again. Savage leaps off and nails Austin Idol. Humongous tearing Lawler up. Dutch being brutalized by Rick Rude. Neidhart having a field day. Savage trying to snap Gilbert in, but he is out of it. Eddie choked for 5 minutes. Slammed in there, and he is totally out of it. Savage goes back after Idol. Humongous headbutts Lawler again. Here's promoter Eddie Marlin. Hart is being told, I don't know what, but I can imagine by Eddie Marlin. Referee, Jim Neidhart slams the, boy, I'll tell you, Jim Neidhart slams the referee. A lot of fines going down after this, and brother, I hope they sock it to him. No excuse. Dutch back out on the floor. Rude choking Eddie Gilbert. Gets him out of the ring. Eddie hits the concrete very hard. Boy, he has just been torn up, Eddie Gilbert has. He can't hardly get up off the floor. His brother's trying to help him. And now it's going wild in a ring. Here comes Jim Jamison. He slammed back into the first row. What a brawl. What a brawl. I'm telling you, it is something else. Jamison again fired in by Rude. Eddie Gilbert being helped by his brother And he was choked for at least 5 minutes. Blood all over the place. All right, Randy. Yeah. Savage saying he wants to start his match, and he's in here killing everybody. Scott Shannon in helping Lawler. Lawler goes after Rude. Eddie Marlin trying to get Angelo Popo out. Look at Rich going after Neidhart. Eddie Gilbert, helped up by his brother, he grabs a chair, and his anger sends him after Neidhart. What a brawl. Idle still on the floor. Lawler bleeding. Marlin trying to hold Lawler back. We can't see. I hope you can.
Things bothering me, and this has bothered me real bad. I come out here to the country around the barn, I get around nature because I can relax out here and I can think. Now I got something bothering me real bad, and it's concerning Rick Rude. Now in a recent match between the Fabulous Ones, Eddie Gilbert and Tommy Rich, against Rude and Jim Neidhart, you know, things sort of got out of hand. And I don't like people sticking their nose in my business. And sometimes I don't like to stick my nose in other people's business, but I was in the back. And let's just say that Neidhart and Rude, they weren't conducting themselves in a very sportsmanlike manner. Now, I was in the back minding my own business, I might add, and Eddie Marlin came up and asked me to help out. He said, they need some help out there, Dutch. So I went out there to help. Now, that low-live, egg-sucking dog Rude saw me coming. Now, I didn't mind him seeing me coming. But when he saw me coming, he reached way down deep in those trunks. When I rode in that ring, he blasted me with a piece of metal or something. I don't know what it was. But it dang sure blasted me a good one. And I went down. Man, he liked to knock me out. And if that wasn't enough, Rude, he just stayed on me the whole match. Bam, bam. And I'm trying to cover up and trying to recover at the same time, and it's a hard thing to do. But finally, when I did recover, and I got some of my senses back, I rolled in that ring, and I was intending on doing some damage on that Rude. And the coward that he is, he took off and he ran down the aisle. And I was trying to get him, but he just had more steam. I was more damaged than he was, and he had more steam, and he got away. Now, Rude, I've never liked you, and I've never liked from the moment I saw you, and I don't think any of these fans like you either, because you think you're God's gift to the world. And you think the world owes you a living. Well, Rude, it doesn't owe you anything, because I know one thing from personal experience. It's never given me anything, because I had to work for everything I ever got. Everything I've ever had in this life, I've had to drive and dig and grind for. And nobody ever give me nothing. And Rude, we're going to settle this one way or the other. Because when we step in that ring, baby, I'm going to be bent for leather. I'm going to be sitting on DR, dead ready, and I'm coming right at you, Rude. I'm not going left. I'm not going right. I'm coming straight for you. Because they say paybacks is one heck of a way to do it. But I owe you something, Rude, and I'm going to give it back to you. And you climb in that ring, and you better have that Jimmy Hart give you another pep talk like he gave you last week. He better really fire you up and have you going, because you're going to need everything you got. Because I don't like getting hit that way. If you'd have hit me with a fist, it's a different story. That's one-on-one. But when you pull out something and hit me with it, then that's a whole different story. Rude, I'm looking for you. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. When I'm looking for somebody, I usually find somebody. And Rude, you're the one I'm looking for. And I'm going to find you the next time.
Woody, we're about ready to go and looking for Rick Rude and Jim Neidhart, and leading off is Jimmy Hart. Some of the folks laughing at Rude coming in that dress with Angel and Jim Neidhart. And we're ready for the official introduction.
This is going to be one fall 10-minute time limit at a total of 506 pounds over on the right of the screen. From Memphis, Tennessee, Jim Jamison and his partner from Chicago, Mad Dog, at a total of 512 pounds. From Reno, Nevada, Jim Neidhart. And from Beverly Hills, California, Ravishing Rick Rude. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Jimmy Hart and Rick Rude's valet Angel over in their corner.
Big Jim Neidhart will be starting out for him, Dave, and Mad Dog on the other side.
It's going to be called Sad Dog, baby, when Neidhart gets through with him. I promise you that, man.
Yeah, well,
there you go. Beautiful.
Neidhart picks him up, just muscles him across the ring, and Mad Dog is no little package either. He's pretty good size fella. Neidhart just dumped him over. Now Rude takes over.
How about that? Beautiful. Look at that. 360 pounds, baby, Mad Dog, and he was picked up like he was just a sack of flour. What do you think?
Quite, Jim.
What do you think?
Quite.
Come on, man.
I know what I think. I wish you'd go over and sit down in the chair. That's what they put it there. Big elbow. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Dandy of an elbow from Rick Rude. And he did catch him with the upper arm. It wasn't the point of the elbow, so it was legal. Big forearm slamming down from Neidhart. He's a rugged one. This guy, he's a first-class street fighter, whether he's in the ring or out of the ring. Hammers Mad Dog into that top turnbuckle. Jim Jamison leaning up over the ropes to get a tag. Mad Dog.
Tag? He's trying to get out the door, man. He ain't about to try to get. Look at him.
He can't hardly. There's a tag.
Oh,
Jamison coming in.
There he is from the Jerry Lawler School of Wrestling. Jimmy Jamison. Look at him, baby. There he is.
Jamison taking a couple of big forearms from Rick Rude. Pound down hard. Dumped him off in the corner. Tag to Jim Neidhart.
Teamwork, Russell. What do you think? Teamwork, Russ.
I tell you what I think, Jim, some other time.
Look at Angel. Angel look beautiful over there. You know, she ought to be the first lady of the first family. What do you think, Russell?
Well, I think you got a point there. As a matter of fact, since she's the only lady in the first family, I believe, or she's the only female in the first family.
Come on, guys.
In the air. Double team. David. Bam.
Well, I tell you, Rude and Neidhart really working well as a team here. As if their size weren't enough. Ooh, Jamison just dumped on that top rope and bounced
he
back
dumped
to the
him
ring.
from all the way up in the air, and Rude has got a lot of height on him himself.
The body
He slams.
Here's Neidhart coming in, the anvil. He's up on the middle rope. Springs off of there, and the bottom of the boot right across the chest. Pressure. Tag made on Rick Rude. Neidhart.
Come on, Jay.
Neidhart springing him into Rick Rude. And I don't think Jamison's going to get up from that one. Well, Rude's going to pick him up by the hair.
Well, I tell you, I admire Jim in this respect. He keeps coming back. It's a tough way to learn the trade of professional wrestling. Rude gets a 1, 2, 3. That's pretty well done.
Yeah, after the reverse neck breaker, but I don't think he even really needed it. Now Mad Dog in there, and Rude and Neidhart both jumping him.
Come on, come on, come on, Jim. Get him out of there. Boy, they get somebody hurt. They love to beat on them. And there's Neidhart again. No excuse in it. Neidhart, Rick Rude come up with a victory. Mad Dog Jim Jamison. Okay, we're going to take time out. We got some more of it coming up for you. We're going to see the King and the Idol together in just a moment. Goes out on the floor, grabs Lawler and slams him into the ring post. Lawler blinded. Boy, what a clothesline and a big elbow. Hart trying to get the referee up. Lawler is definitely in a pin position. 1, 2. He lost it. Son of a gun. Jerry, a lot of rapping going on about The King has met his match, and I know you've heard some of it.
Well, I've heard some of that. You're true. But I've also heard that before, you know. There's been a lot of guys come in here, and everybody said the King has met his match. One thing I would like to ask you is who edited that piece of film? That looked like some of more Jimmy Hart's little handiwork there. There was a little bit of offense mounted. I did an opportunity. I had an opportunity there, and I got his mask off just for a second. We didn't get to see the part about Hart throwing the powder in my eyes or any of that stuff, but that's okay. The end result was exactly as you said. I no longer have the Southern Heavyweight title. It belongs to Hart and Humongous, and, you know, there's going to be another match. A match that I just kind of like to refer to is going to be what we call a Timex match. Because, you see, as you saw there, I took a licking, but I keep on ticking. Now, what we're going to do here is, that's right, we're going to see if Humongous can take a licking and keep on ticking. Because, as you said a while ago, and I don't believe I've ever heard you use an expression like that. Shame on you, Lance. You said that blamed mask. Now, that's pretty strong for you. But anyway, we're going to see just how tough Humongous is. I said last week we'll see how tough he is without the mask. I did get it off, but, of course, then there was interference by Hart.
Really?
But, you see, he had used that mask to open up my head, to keep me from being able to punch him. I think the mask is the whole secret to his success. So I went to Eddie Marlin. I tried to get him to force him to wrestle without the mask, and he said he couldn't do that. So, you know, I thought, what would be the next best thing? Well, I'll tell you what'll be the next best thing. When I step into that ring down there Monday night against Humongous, I just thought that I would wear a mask just like his. Now, how will that be? Will that be all right? Now, Humongous, I tell you what you can do. You can punch on me all you want to. As you can see, it don't hurt. So you shoot your best shot down there, brother, because I'm coming. And I got a little surprise in store for you, something that I hadn't pulled out of the old trick bag in quite a while. But, brother, it's going to be ready for you Monday night. So, Humongous, come on down, and we're going to see just how tough you and Hart are, and bring my Southern Heavyweight title, because I don't like being without it. And when I walk out of that ring Monday night, I plan on having it back around my waist, okay?
By golly, I'll tell you what, you got to get up pretty early in the morning to get ahead of the King. He suffered a defeat. He admitted it. He didn't dwell on all of the things that took place that made that defeat. Yeah, okay, we're waiting right now for the opposition. We have the Panther team, the Pink Panther and the Black Panther, and I'm not sure their chances are too great today, Dave. They're going against a powerhouse team, the King and the Idol.
They are indeed in a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. 492 pounds total weight over here on the left of the screen. The Panthers from parts unknown, the Black Panther and the Pink Panther, and going against them at a total of 474 pounds from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. His partner from Memphis, Tennessee, the King, Jerry Lawler. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Whoop-a-doo. We have not seen the Black Panther before. The Pink Panther we have. He's got that unusual stripe right down the middle of his hair and his sideburns. He'll be starting it out. So he's going with the King, and here we go.
All right. Black Panther starting against Jerry Lawler. You're right, an unusual hairstyle there. Kind of a reverse takeoff on the mohawk, I guess. Sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh. Boy, Panther nailing Lawler with a right hand a couple of times. He better watch out to it. Runs under the boot. Lawler set himself. Panther went in there mighty quick, and Lawler was ready for it. And now he's paying him back a little bit. Yeah. Crowd says go ahead, and the King using that right hand. Black Panther now has to be giving a second, third, fourth, fifth thoughts to using the fist against the King. Here's Idol. He doesn't slow down either. He throws Black Panther right out of the ring down onto the floor. Idol picking him up, head into the ring post. Pink Panther dancing around the ring, but the action's down on the floor. Now Austin Idol rolls the Panther under the ropes, follows him into the ring, picks him up. Pink Panther in the air. Idol drops him across the knee with a kind of a half backbreaker. Idle to the corner, the tag. Lawler coming in. Pink Panther coming in as the Black Panther. Got the corner and the tag. King watching his back. Good move as Panther was climbing back up on the apron. Pink Panther. Well, the Pink Panther I don't think went to school on what his partner had done, because he threw the fist at Lawler, and Lawler answered with a fist.
Pink Panther came over to the corner to tag the Black Panther after that shot, and the Black Panther says, ooh, hold it.
Not yet,
Not yet, buddy.
Panther throwing that right hand against the King. Lawler hanging on, reverses. Now beats the Panther out of there with a body drag all the way across the ring. Panther holding his bag as he gets back to his feet. Lawler with the backdrop on the Pink Panther. Austin Idol takes over. Round behind the Panther. He picks him up.
Oh, look out.
Power knee drop. Oh, and the Panther hits and bounces over the top rope. He was not thrown over now. It's not a disqualification. He bounced over there after his feet had been slammed into the mat with a knee drop by Idol. Black Panther says, you're doing fine. Get right back in there. Pink Panther picked up by Idol. Slam.
We're going to be seeing a match a little later on with the Idol going against Macho Man Randy Savage for the International Heavyweight Championship. I think it's kind of maybe a tip-off as to why Idol is so doggone irritated today. Boy, he has really worked both of these guys over when he's been in there. He's a tough son of a gun.
The King back in after the tag. Ooh. Panther runs into the upper arm. Lawler with a drop kick. King doesn't use a drop kick too much.
He didn't quite catch him right.
Now he got him with it.
Boy, let me tell you, he got him with that second one.
He uses that a lot, and it usually works. And it has worked this time. Count of 3, and this one's over. 3 minutes, 57 seconds. Their hands raised. Austin Idol, Jerry Lawler with a win.
And right now, with it over, and the Black Panther hops back in to help his partner. That's the first time he's been back in since that unfortunate experience he had a little bit earlier in there. So, the Black Panther and the Pink Panther meet the decision and verdict that accompanies most of them. Tell you what let's do right now. Let's take a look at the final result of it right here as the King comes sailing off the ropes, and he's down on top. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Winners of the fall.
Are y'all impressed over that? Are y'all impressed what you just saw? That was nothing, baby. This is humongous, the greatest warrior of all, and we're going to prove exactly what it's all about in the ring right now.
Well, that's what we brought the ring up for today, Jimmy, so that may come as a surprise to you. Humongous. He is every bit of that, the original Road Warrior. Huge, and we're going to go right ahead on into this one as he'll be facing Keith Eric. All right, Dave.
All right, Keith Eric from Memphis, Tennessee. Humongous from Hollywood, California, at 304 pounds. Keith Eric weighs in at 221.
You know, Russell, how many times have I come out here in the last 5 years and said I found the greatest wrestler in the world today? You know, 10,000 comedians out of work, and you're trying to be one. Let me tell you something, baby. This is humongous. I can't wait for all the fans all over the world to see this man. Look at him. Look at him, baby. You summed it up. Oh, right there. Look at him. A superstar in wrestling.
Boy, he just tagged in, Dave, with a couple of clotheslines. That's all of it.
It's over, baby.
Forget it. Oh, good night. With no disrespect to Keith Eric. Look out for the broken pieces come flying around. Humongous. Well, what he's irritated about, I hate to see if he loses.
Yeah. Well, he won.
What was the time on
34 seconds, and probably could have wrapped it up in 15 after he nailed it over here on the ropes.
Boy, that first clothesline you're talking about. Good night. He just absolutely almost took his head off. And then turned right around and fed it back to him again for another diet. And all it was a matter of getting a 1, 2, 3 after that. Humongous, the original Road Warrior. Most impressive on a quick win over Keith Airy. We've got more action. We're going to be seeing that Idol Macho Man highlights coming up in just a moment, as well as the Fabs and the PYT. We got an 8-man coming up,
action,
so let's shut up and get into the break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, we all ready? Okay. About 35 minutes ago, Randy Macho Man Savage became the new international heavyweight champion by winning the belt from Austin Idol. We came to the dressing room, and I want to be perfectly honest. I said it on the tape while the match was going on, and I will say it right to your face, Randy. I want to know the way you won it. You jumped Austin Idol right before the bell really started. Idol was already down. There was some interference, at least as far as I was concerned, in there with Angelo Popo and Jimmy Hart in the corner. Do you think that you can stand up one-on-one and beat Austin Idol without any outside interference from anybody?
I want to ask you a question right now. Do you think with one punch that I can take your head and knock it into the left field bleachers like I was playing baseball?
Yeah.
What do you think? One punch.
Okay, you probably could.
Think so?
But what I want to know is Austin Idol. I'm not a wrestler. Austin Idol is tough. And I'm asking you about him, not about me. Sure, you could probably do it.
All right, I'm going to tell you something. I don't like your attitude, Lance Russell. And other people may have told you that before, man, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just might take you right now in front of the camera and jack your jaw, and I may punch you through a wall like only I can do. Now, listen, man, I told you, and I'm warning you, man, and I just might do it anyway. You understand? Shut up! Camera came in here for a reason, yeah. Came in here to see the international heavyweight champion, which I am, yeah. Now, Austin Idol, I don't want to hear that name again. You know why? He's a coward champion. And the reason he's a coward champion, because anytime he put that title up, he had a clause for a rematch, Lance Russell. Shut up! Shut up! Clause for a rematch, which makes him a coward champion. Yeah, it does. And when the Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah, the world's greatest athlete. Now, that's any sport. Now, that is any sport, man. Baseball, football, basketball, doesn't matter. No. The international heavyweight champion is the Macho Man Randy Savage. And I don't have time for Austin Idols and Jerry Lawlers, no. Because when the Macho Man Randy Savage puts up the international heavyweight championship belt, it's going to be a one-shot and a one-shot only. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. One shot only. You understand that? Oh, no. I'm going on and on. The professional wrestling world revolves around the international heavyweight champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage. And I meant every word I said.
All right.
I meant every word I said.
Heard it.
International heavyweight champion.
Yeah. Okay, we got an 8-man coming up, but before we get into it, I wanted to get the Idol out here. We're going to be showing you taped International Heavyweight Championship bout as Austin Idol comes out. We'll get to that tape with Macho Man in just a moment. I know it affected, I could see in there today. You're pretty determined in there today.
To say the least, Lance, you know, and I think rather than expounding about this thing any longer, I'd just like to go ahead and trim the fat and get to the meat of the matter. And I guess the way to do that is by go ahead and let's show the film, because I want to see it back myself, Lance.
Yeah, okay. Let's look at some of the highlight versions of the bout. This is an International Heavyweight Championship match. Idol Randy Savage. Macho Man Randy Savage with a ball bat slams Idol in the head. Getting desperate now, trying to work his way up. His brother helping him as he gets out of it, but Neidhart puts him halfway back. What you are looking at is the end. That is that big rhubarb. Now, this is very important because Savage and his corner folks, Angelo Popo and Jimmy Hart, said, let's get it on right away while Austin Idol was hurt. Very important. The bell is rung. The match has started. Austin Idol, Randy Savage for the international belt. Boy, there will be some criticism of that. Idol had been slammed around. He was laying in the ring. Savage made him start the match, make him start the match. Popo rang the bell himself. They're scheduled to be next. And as the ring cleared out, Savage just taking it. Idol is bleeding severely all over the face. Savage tore the shirt off of him. Idol is just almost out of it as the match gets underway. And boy, you're talking about an opportunist. Savage taking advantage of it. Slams Idol into the top turnbuckle. Oh, man. International belt on the line, and so Idol not through. Kicks out of it. Austin Idol nailed by Randy Savage, who came flying off the turnbuckle. Here comes the referee. Idol slammed down on the table. Savage in the ring. Austin Idol, who was never in condition to start the match. He didn't even have a chance to get up. Savage jumped him. Savage grabs him, slams him into the ring post. Should have never started it, Randy, and you know it. With Idol in the ring, he bangs him with it. Yeah, Slaughter. Idol slammed on the head and dropped by something Popo had in his hand. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. I had indicated we had the highlights of the International Heavyweight Championship match, but I think it was unforgivable not to say what we showed was prior to the International Heavyweight Championship match getting underway. And it was very important because that Macho Man, Randy Savage, jumped off with a ball bat and nailed you with that thing and set up the entire thing. It was no excuse in it.
Well, it sure did, Lance, but you know, I'm not going to sit here and cry over spilled milk. The facts are it was a bad day for the home team. Really? But I want Randy Savage to know something. I'm going to try to, for just very briefly, to keep my voice down to a bare minimum so he can understand it. You know, he's the international heavyweight champion. I was supposed to defend that belt in a different area. He's got the belt. He's taking my shot. And listen, I mean, it's a fact, and everybody knows that it makes no difference what sport it is, whether it's professional wrestling, baseball, hockey, basketball, football, or what have you. On any given day, anybody or any team can be beaten. There's no question about that, and everybody should be able to admit that, and I admit it too. But the way I was knocked off there wasn't exactly a clear-cut victory for Randy Savage, although I'm sure he's got a lot of things to say. I'm sure he's telling everybody all around the world. I'm sure he's called all his friends, both of them, and told everybody what a great big dude he is. How mean and tough he is. Now, it's true, he started this whole thing off by wheeling me over the head with a Louisville slugger. Now, I didn't become the international heavyweight champion, darling, by selling papers on the street corner or by washing cars, which is cool, too. I won it by traveling to Tokyo, Japan, by beating Terry Funk, former world's heavyweight champion, in the Sumo Palace in Tokyo, Japan, before 24,000 people. I went a long way to get that belt. And if you think, Savage, for 1 minute, if I'm just going to lay down and play dead, Jack, you got another thing coming. Now he wants to play baseball. Randy Savage says, I had an opportunity to play pro baseball. Well, darling, I'll play a little baseball, too. And before this thing's over, true, I didn't look like the women's pet. But you're going to remember one thing, Savage, that I am the man's regret. And you're going to regret the day, darling, that you whacked me over the head with a baseball bat, because when I get done with you, I'm going to leave the imprint of Louisville Slugger right across your forehead. I'm going to snort you up one nostril and blow you out the other, dog. And this ain't no jive, Jack.
The Idol, boy, and I'll tell you what, when he gets his opportunity to get a hold of Savage, it is going to be some kind of competition, because this Idol has whacked a few people over the head himself in his time. Tough son of a gun. Okay, we have an 8-man tag.
A lot of hot air out there, baby, a lot of hot air, but I brought my Warriors on, baby.
Well, bring them on, Jimmy. We understand that. Mark Patton, the new fabulous one. Pork Chop Cash, his partner. He replaces the Dream Machine, who had his leg broken in a match with Jackie Fargo's fabulous one. Well, we have in the ring.
Look at this, baby. The newest member of the First Family. You know, I told you we've been searching all over the country, all over the world. And we found him. Beautiful Bart Batten, baby, along with Pork Chop Cash. The PYT Express. We are ready, baby.
All right, this is going to be an 8-man tag team match to the expiration of time. Introducing at a total weight of 877 pounds, over on the right of the screen, from Miami, Florida, Brickhouse Brown. From Liverpool, England, Scott Shannon. From Tennessee, Robert Crow. And from Memphis, Tennessee, is that Keith Eric over there coming back? Yeah, I think so. I can't see for all the PYT Express and everything. All right, but on this side of the ring, at a total weight of 902 pounds, Hart's Fabulous Ones and the PYT Express. The PYT Express, Norvell Austin and Stagger Lee, and the Fabulous Ones, Pork Chop Cash and Bart Batten. Bart Batten is out of Charleston, West Virginia. Beautiful Bart Batten, Jimmy Hart tells me. This one goes to the expiration of time.
Quick look at him, Dave.
Yeah, and he is starting. This is Bart Batten. Beautiful Bart Batten, as Jimmy Hart said. Boy, I hope the referee has better luck keeping it straight here than we did with the introductions here. 8 of them all together.
Well, when you're trying to look through 4 guys as big as wrestlers are, it's pretty difficult to see who was coming in the ring on the other side. And Norvell hollering out a little personal comment to Brickhouse Brown. Bart Batten over as Brickhouse dropped down with a knee. There's a tag. And coming right back to Brickhouse, tagging out to Scott Shannon. Pork Chop. Pork Chop fired right out with that arm, nailing Scott Shannon. Look at it reverse. Nice. Big back drop, and Pork Chop is down. So Jimmy Hart's Fabulous One starting out here with Bart Batten. Oh,
a cheap shot.
I would have to say it was a cheap shot.
Super midget.
Not anything that Norvell hasn't done himself.
That's okay. We just stopped Super Midget right there, baby. Look at him right there.
Chop Cash.
There you go, boys. Come on, there you go. Beautiful, Coco. Now, that is teamwork.
Him into the corner of the knee of Coco Ware, Stagger Lee, whatever. Got Shannon rolling back.
Don't panic, man. We're just, you know.
Not me, Jim. You're the one doing the talking. Here's a big back drop. Beautiful.
That's okay. Hey, the family's tighter and stronger than ever. Look at this Pork Chop Cash. I told you we were going to bring somebody super
together over here in the corner. Nobody wants to get in with Shannon. Here comes Norvell.
We're ready to get in. We're ready to get in. You know, like I said before, we got Dream Machine sitting at home right now, baby, with 2 pins in his ankle, with a big silver plate there. He might be out 6 months, 7 months. He might be out a year. But, baby, we get even from now on out.
Robert Crow coming in, making his first appearance in the 8-man. And Norvell Austin going after him. Big slam is Norvell.
Okay, we've had enough of this. Come on, guys. Take care of him. We're going to get him. Come on, baby.
Oh. Zeroed in with that knee to the midsection. Trademark of Norvell. Look at that splash off the top as Coco comes down hard. And that is going to be that.
And you know what, Russell? I didn't see Brickhouse Brown or Scott Shannon or any of those other slugs over there coming to help that poor boy.
Well, they don't jump in like your guys do without...
Ooh, goodness gracious, we had a lot of big action in there today, Dave.
Oh, we did.
Nothing unusual, though.
That's right. We had a six-man tag team match to start things off today with Bugsy McGraw, Harley Davidson, and Dirty Rhodes getting the win over Rooster Cogburn, the A-team #1, and Keith Robertson. That was just the opening match. Rick Rude and Jim Neidhart, a powerful tag team, came in here.
Really?
And they defeated Jim Jameson and Mad Dog convincingly. It took them a little under 3 minutes to do it. Rude and Neidhart get the win. Jerry Lawler and Austin Idol, both a little bit upset today. They took the measure of the Black Panther and the Pink Panther in 3 minutes, 57 seconds. Humongous overpowered Keith Eric in about a half minute. It was Hearts Fabs and the PYT Express then getting the win in the 8-man tag team match over Brickhouse Brown, Scott Shannon, Robert Crow, and Keith Eric.
You know, Dave, it just seems to me that they're getting bigger every doggone month that goes by. We see some huge guys.
Dave, we had some big ones in here today, I tell you.
Let's go. We'll be back next week. Till that time, for Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.